You don't need to be anything else. You don't need to go anywhere. There's no destination. Just be. I mean, like, be what? I mean, what the hell are you talking about?
In any situation in life, you can always do a positive or negative way of thinking of it. There's always two ways of thinking about it. Today, we explore that concept with Dandapani. Today's video is sponsored by Mulliganbrothers.com, the best motivational clothing brand in the world, where you can now get the Inspire Change t-shirts and so much more with the link in the description, where all the profits go back into creating this content for free of charge. I'm your host, Jordan Mulligan. Let's jump into the video.
Just talking of three areas of the mind, subconscious, conscious, and superconscious, is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
So how would you describe those three parts of the mind? And also, when we're talking about using words and terminologies, like, I'm guessing you feel that it has a big impact if we just do it, like you say,
haphazardly.
Haphazardly, yeah, perfect, yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, like, so in the case of the meditation, what have you heard people say? Oh, when I walk, that's my meditation.
Yeah, I've heard people use loads of different things as say it's their meditation, yeah.
So what the hell is meditation then? If you use the one word to describe 1,000 different things, what is it? Right? If you actually go and look up, the Oxford or Webster's definition of the word, right? Just go search the word, and it defines to you what a word is. A word is meant to describe one thing or an action, right? So to the three states of mind, you have the conscious mind, the subconscious, and the superconscious. The conscious mind is the external mind. It's tied to the world around us. It's tied to our five senses. When we talk, when we drive, when we interact with the outside world, we're functioning. Awareness, that ball of light, is functioning in the conscious mind. The subconscious mind, you could say, is like a hard drive. It's a memory bank, it's a memory card. It stores every experience we've ever had in our life, whether we're conscious of it or not conscious of it. It's stored in our subconscious. Patterns are created there, habit patterns. The superconscious is your deeply creative, spiritual, intuitive area of the mind. That's where intuition comes from. And again, one thing I should say is that, every teacher, every speaker, educator may use words differently, right? So if you're studying with one person, it's important to get them to define the words to you. So I define focus one way, awareness one way, the mind one way. But if you're studying philosophy with another person, they might define it differently. Not saying one is right, one is wrong, but it's just important to understand how that person is using the words so that you can put all the pieces together. So understanding the three states of mind is critical, because at any given point in time, you can understand which area of the mind you're functioning in. Not one is better than the other. They just have different attributes. So if you're in your conscious mind, you're very externalized. If you're in your subconscious, you're thinking about your past. Oh, do you remember the time 5 years ago when we went on that holiday to Mallorca? How great was that? You're functioning in the subconscious area of the mind. You're going to your memory bank. If you're doing something highly creative, creating music or art, or you have an intuitive flash insight into something, it's coming from the superconscious area of the mind.
Is there a reach to get to the superconscious? Should we be striving to get to that, or does it not really matter? It's just the definitions.
Depending, again, what do you want in life, right? And that's why, for me, it's always important to define first the goal. What do you want in life, right? Once you know what you want in life, then you know what tools you want, which area of the mind you need to function in order to get there. People always say things like, oh, it's not the destination, it's all about the journey. You've heard that statement before. I'm like, what the hell? People who say that are people who don't know where the hell they're going. That's why they say who cares about the destination?
Yeah.
Imagine your friend called you up this coming weekend and said, hey, Jordan, do you want to go grab a beer? And you say, great, let's do it. And your friend says, okay, I'll see you at 8. And he hangs up. Is it going to be a problem for you?
Yeah, I want to know where it is, yeah.
Yeah, because there's 1 million bars in London.
Yeah.
Right? So where are you going to be? The destination is important. Then the destination defines your journey. Whether you take the tube, you walk, you crawl, whatever it may be, you know. But you need to know the destination, and that helps you define all the other pieces that come after that.
There's a quote from yourself that says, I'm very clear on what I want, and I'm very determined to get there. And I think when I heard that for the first time, a monk saying it, it's like, it was a little bit, it stuck out to me because it's ambitious, it's very driven. And I always felt that they couldn't go together, like those ideologies couldn't go together. I'm wrong.
Okay, driven?
Yeah. I'm completely wrong, I know, but the idea of ambition and wanting to achieve something just never really. But I mean, I'm guessing the whole goal of being a monk is to achieve stuff and to move towards something.
Yes, because people's understanding of monastic life comes from Hollywood movies. You know, watching Brad Pitt's 7 years in Tibet, or you know, David Carradine's Kung Fu, or whatever it may be, you know, that you've seen, and you go like, oh, that's what monks do. They sweep the sidewalks slowly, and they talk in a very slow, quiet voice so that you understand, grasshopper. You know, like they're not in a hurry to go anywhere. They're just here, you know. And then you see all these people post this dumb, stupid spiritual quotes on social media, like, just be here, be now, be present. That's it. You don't need to be anything else. You don't need to go anywhere. There's no destination. Just be. I mean, like, be what? I mean, what the hell are you talking about? Somehow when it comes to everyday life, people are logical and reasonable. But when it comes to spirituality, all logic and reason are thrown out the door. When you put your shoes on, you put your socks, your shoes, and then you tie your laces. 3 steps. I guess you don't mix those steps up. When you take a shower, you get in the bathroom, I'm assuming, you take your clothes off, you turn the water on, especially if you live in England where it's freezing cold. You want to make sure the water's the right temperature. When you get wet, you put soap on, you wash the soap off, you dry yourself, you put clothes on, and you leave the bathroom. There's about 8 or 9 steps. Do you ever mix them up?
No.
Just because variety is the spice of life, why not? Let's just see what happens if I just mix it up today. You don't, you follow the process. The process gets you to the end goal, which is to feel clean. So why is it when it comes to spirituality, all reason goes out? Ah, you don't need a goal, you don't need a destination. There's no path, just be here and be now. Be present.
So for yourself, the idea of having a purpose or an end goal, that's, I'm guessing, the most crucial step to achieving something. I mean, without a goal, obviously, we don't have anything in sight anyway to achieve, but...
My guru had a beautiful saying to encapsulate this. He said, there's nothing more important in life than knowing who you are, the path that you're on, and its final end. Right? Who are you? What path are you on? And where are you going? Even when you make a meal, Jordan, you're inviting your friends over and say, like, hey guys, come over, I'm going to cook you dinner this weekend, this Saturday. Do you not have a plan, a goal in mind? Like, what am I going to cook? Is it spaghetti? Is it maybe let's have curry and a beer? Okay, what do I need to make curry? Maybe I have to go to the Indian store, you know, buy some spices. We need to have a goal in order to know what food to cook.
Thank you so much to Dandapani for doing this video with us. I'm going to link all his stuff down below. He has an incredible, incredible project that he's working on at the moment, which is a 300-year project. And it's something to aspire and to be inspired by. And I really can't thank him enough for spending the time with us and doing this project with us. Yeah, for me, you can't have this fixed mindset of thinking in such a singular way. You need to be able to think in loads of different ways. And I like to think in a growth mindset. I like to think that there is always flexibility in thoughts and thinking. We are always able to adapt and think. It's not to take everything negatively. I think it's very easy to get stuck in a fixed mindset where everything feels like it's a certain way and it cannot be changed and there is no growth and there is no way out of the situation. And it's really disappointing to see people stuck in those thought processes. But that's just my opinion. Comment down below, drop some advice for other people. How have you dealt with this kind of thing? And I'd love to know. Today's video was sponsored by Mulliganbrothers.com, the best motivational clothing brand in the world, where you can now buy the Inspire Change t-shirts and so much more with the link in the description, where 100% of the profits go back into creating these products. Thank you so much for the support we've had at Mulliganbrothers.com. It means that we are now planning some big projects to fly around the world to go film with some great people. So thank you so much. I am your host, Jordan Mulligan. Have a blessed and productive day, and go inspire some change. Peace.